Welcome back to the Lunch Table Podcast, Episode 5. This is Jack, Chandler, and Wiley. And today we're going to, just have our usual conversation, ramble here for about 25 minutes or so. So, I'll get it started off with what's going on around the school. Baseball season, tennis season, softball season. I mean, I'd say all teams really, except for the girls' tennis team, are having pretty good success. Baseball, we are 10-4 right now. Best start we've had since, I think, 2020, for real. 10-4. I know the boys in tennis are doing pretty well. They lost to Deshler the other day, correct? But
yeah, we've lost to Deshler and Russellville 4-5, so it's really close.
I mean, and Russellville and Deshler are both very respectable teams. So, softball's pretty decent too. I think they're like 5-4, 6-4, something like that. Not a bad start to their season, I
mean, they've played Brooks twice.
And Brooks is like a state championship favorite. They've got an Ole Miss commit, UNA commit,
Northwest Shoals commit,
and then Ellie Partrick could have went somewhere if she wouldn't have quit with softball.
She joined back.
I know, but she's going for javelin. Oh yeah, speaking of track and field, congrats to Cole Miller, their freshman of the year, placed third, and I think the 300-meter hurdles. So good job to him.
He's a dog.
The boys 4x8 team placed second in 2 meets so far. So they're looking pretty good. The team consists of Reth, Cole,
Braxton
Kane.
I think so.
Yeah, and I think Luke Robertson maybe. I think that's their 4x8 team. So good job to them. Throwers, not looking the greatest. I mean, JT Burns, an 8th grader, already through state qualifying, so he's looking pretty good. He throws like 135 on jab. It's a pretty good throw for an 8th grader, so.
How's King looking this year?
King right now in disc, his PR is 73, so he's about 33 feet off from qualify, so.
Okay.
I mean, he could do it, I think, but he's just going to have to work. He's not – I mean, I'd say it, King's not big enough for track, like height-wise. You got to have some height to be really good at throwing. So, I mean, you look at Brooks. Brooks has 6'3", about 300 pounds, and shot putting disc throwing 130 and 46. They got a big guy throwing Tyler Haskovic. He's like 6'6", like 200. He's a dog. Throws like 170 on disc. I mean –
He'll go to college.
Yeah, he will. I mean, so – he's got to have height, and that's the big part for King. I've never, this is no hate, seen a guy that's about 5'8", 185 pounds qualify for state and anything like that. So, but, tonight a baseball game plays Covenant Christian, who is not looking as well as this year as they have. So, I mean, I think we can win. Next Friday we start area play against Central. So everybody pop out, be there.
They'll play next week.
Next Friday, play Central. Play next Saturday and Saturday. Hoping to get the sweep, but we just want the series win, even if it is a 2-1 win. If we have to get a game 3, we just want the win. So I mean, that's all we really care about. Deshler right now, an area looking pretty good for baseball. I'd say that it's a pretty even area, but at the same time, they've got things that other teams don't have in area. They've got 2 or 3 guys that are 85 on the mound. That's always good to have. So, I mean, definitely a respectable team. I mean, where we're winning as far as we have a really good lineup. Up until the past week, I think we may still be. We were on pace to break the score record for runs scored in a season. So, I mean, that speaks volumes considering the teams we've had here before, so. But where we have all the hitting, they've got the pitching, so it's like who's going to be better, the pitcher or the hitter? You know what I'm saying? That's going to determine that series. But don't want to get too far ahead. Baseball's upcoming games. Saturday, if it doesn't get rained out, play at East Lawrence. We play East Lawrence and Priceville. Priceville, pretty respectable opponent. Don't know much about East Lawrence.
We played them today.
Y'all in tennis?
Yeah.
Priceville. So, yeah. On another topic, since we kind of got all the school news out of the way, I would say – the election's going on. It's always a sensitive topic, but I mean, election's going on right now. Front runners are Biden and Trump. And I mean, I guess I don't want it. I wish it was somebody else.
I do too, honestly. They had the primaries.
Yeah.
What was it, March 5th?
Yeah. And Trump and Biden ran it. I mean, there was no competition.
Oh, yeah. I expected it.
What's her name? The girl, she dropped out.
Nikki, yeah.
Yeah, Nikki Haley, she dropped out, and she's not endorsing Trump because of all his allegations going on.
I don't know why she's running under a Republican ticket, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either. One person I thought that can make some noise that really hadn't as an independent is Robert Kennedy. I mean,
yeah.
he's got
he's about even. They're about even now.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah.
I mean,
I feel like just the name would get him publicity.
yeah, and
But-
plus, when we took that I side with activity, I actually had a good bit I agreed with him.
Yeah.
You know, so my top, I think, was Trump and then him and then Nikki Haley. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I would just like to see somebody besides Trump or Biden in the election race for
I
real.
would too. And I was kind of hoping DeSantis would. I
Yeah,
don't-
but he just doesn't
I
have
don't
the
know.
public speaking part figured out yet.
No, he doesn't.
No. So, I think you give him another 4 years, and I think he could be ready by then. But he's got to work on what he's going to do.
Oh yeah,
I feel like also a big thing that we need to get back to. If you side left, I mean, I can't really relate to you. I side right personally. So,
Facts.
but one thing they need to get back to is the old kind of Republican way. I feel like Trump, the reason he can't sell this new kind of identity he has to him is because he's trying to create a new identity for the Republican Party. And
he is kind of.
though I agree with some of his points, I don't agree with other ones.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah. Another news that's kind of related to that a little bit. Did you see where the bill passed?
TikTok ban.
TikTok one. It passed what, the House or
Yeah, it
which
passed
one
the
did it pass?
House.
House. Yeah.
But
So-
it's got 5 months.
Yeah, until they ban it
Yeah.
in 5 months.
Or I think it has to pass the Senate now.
No, but if it goes, they have 5 months to separate from China. Like,
Yeah,
if they
for
don't
the
separate, then they get
Parent
banned.
company to separate from China.
Well, I mean, it sucks because TikTok's always a fun,
But if
kind
they
of
do
way.
separate, it won't be banned.
But I mean, I kind of understand it. I mean, we don't want China involved in anything we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And
But the problem I have is like all these other apps, like Temu and stuff
That's
like
true.
that. I mean, it's the same. Like they are from China. Like there's so many
Yeah.
apps from
Yeah.
China, and I think we have a lot more problems to worry about than an app.
I agree.
Which I honestly don't know what all that bill includes either. I mean, it might include all apps.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Chinese-based. I don't know.
know. Like, we're in debt to China so bad that we're never gonna get out of it. Like, we need to focus on maybe our military, stuff like that. The wars going on in the Middle East, all this kind of stuff going on. That's what we need to focus on.
I don't think we need to
Yeah.
worry about banning an app with videos on it.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna. Let's be honest, Chinese people, this is no racism or anything. They're usually smarter than Americans. They're gonna figure it out before.
Well, you think
Let's say they're smarter. They just, I don't know, they apply it differently.
Yeah,
you think they couldn't just
Hack
just
us
get
right
on these
now.
right now for
Yeah.
any reason? You think it's just
Exactly.
because of TikTok?
I mean, most companies that operate here are Chinese-based anyway.
Exactly.
They're way too enrooted in our culture
Yeah.
by now.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
They have so many other ways to get in.
They do. They could basically shut down the U.S. if they wanted
Exactly.
to. It's kind of scary,
Like
honestly.
if they just stop sending products here, I mean, we'd be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really wish we would make ally with them. Because we're not in very good terms with them right now.
yeah.
I mean, we have been a long time. I wish that we could just make them an ally. Because they quit sending stuff here, we are screwed. I mean,
So we get so much from them.
that's why we're in multi-trillion-dollar debt to them. Because
Yeah. I really feel like we should try to be more dependent from them, independent
Yes,
from
for sure.
them. We should try to get away from China.
Let's
a
see.
little
But
You
the
get-
problem
you-
is we've got this world is we've gotten all these companies are just money hungry. I think that's our biggest
They
problem.
are.
Is just
And
everything is just money, and these companies they're going to build it as cheap as possible and sell it
exactly. That's all I was
for the
gonna
most
say.
as possible, and it's just it's ridiculous because everybody's too worried about money nowadays instead of just happiness and
You can even see that with car companies.
exactly.
Like I would argue today, right now, Toyota is more of an American company than Ford, Chevy, or Dodge is.
I agree.
I agree.
All Toyotas are made in the U.S.
Yeah.
by U.S. workers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're building plants,
Everywhere.
really everywhere, close. I mean,
Yeah, and they're employing Americans to do it.
Yeah.
but I just hate these other companies that are just. I mean, just for dirt bikes.
Yeah.
The Honda dirt bikes, I think it was Japan. They used to be made in Japan, and they were well built, and all the new ones are made in
Somewhere cheap.
somewhere cheaper. They just moved
Yeah.
somewhere cheaper that could build them cheaper, and I don't understand.
Well, it's because here's
It's
what it is.
awful.
Everybody's just getting, like you said, more and more money hungry. And so the more money hungry you get, you'll be like, well, if I can send it to some third world country that nobody's ever heard of and then build it for, say, for instance, China will build it for $1. Well,
Yeah.
This other company will build it for a cent. It's ridiculous. We don't. We don't think about the safety of the people.
I think we need that. I think we need that competition, but I think we need to try to keep it in the U.S. as much as
For
possible.
sure. I think we need to open up more opportunities.
Yeah.
Like in the U.S.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nothing we get is manufactured here. I mean, anymore. Like used to,
There's
you could,
very little.
used to you could find a decent amount of things that was manufactured. Now everything's just moving overseas, moved to China, and
I mean, you used to be able to go to the store and buy something that say "Made in the USA."
I don't
it's
ever say that anymore.
Made in China.
Made in China, Taiwan, or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, exactly. It's just ridiculous, and that's why we're in such debt to them because like we just keep on adding it up more and more. Like if we would start making stuff here, we could probably pay off the debt eventually. I mean,
Yeah,
it would take a
facts.
long time, but we could do it. But the more in debt we go, the further away we are from getting out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I mean, that also what they're doing with this is with them sending stuff to China and everything to get it done like that. They're also making stuff more expensive on Americans.
Yeah.
Like I would say because I mean I remember in 2016, my mom go to the grocery store buy a week full of groceries for $200. Now,
Oh yeah,
you got to spend like $500 to get a week full of groceries.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
True.
Gas prices, I mean, they're so fluctuating. Like they were good for a second. Like here recently,
I mean,
back over $3 a gallon now.
it costs $120 to fill my truck up from empty to full.
Exactly.
That does yours too, Jack.
Yeah, I know. Like I never filled up from empty to full. I usually get about half or 3/4.
Yeah, I fill up half a tank every time.
Yeah, and like that's just the thing. Like, they just keep on charging more money to Americans when like they're the ones putting us in debt. Like, make stuff here, we won't be in debt. Like, I get, but also then again, it's us as Americans, not us, but like just American culture is lazy. Nobody wants to work anymore. You know what I mean? I hate to say this, but like people who are lazy just depend on welfare, and
I think they should really, really tighten up the welfare.
I agree.
And I think
only people that have disabilities should be able to draw that check. Like,
and this is controversial,
work.
but I think if you're already drawing welfare and then you have a kid while you're already on welfare, I don't think you should get more money
for the
because you were
kid. You're the one
already
who made the choice.
you
to
were
have the kid.
already in a financially unstable state, and then you chose to have a kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can basically choose in this generation.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
decade. I mean, it's not.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, we need to change. I mean, America needs to change, but it's never going to because, I mean, it's all a bunch of money hungry, evil people running it. Like,
It's going downhill so
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, let's be honest here. Before long, we'll probably be in a war, and all crap's gonna break loose. I mean, because I hate to say it, I don't care if this is bad to say on a school podcast or anything like that. Our president sucks. He
Yeah.
does. I mean, and anybody can quote that. Anybody can look at it. He's just not. Like, he won't stand up for our country. He's sending soldiers somewhere to get killed. I mean, like, here's all I'm saying. When Trump was in office, all we had really military problem was South Korea was sending those bombs, but they weren't reaching here. And then we had the ISIS thing, the terrorist group. Since Trump's out of office, nobody's scared of Biden because he doesn't know where he's at half the time.
Yeah,
And he stood up for 30 minutes, 33 minutes, something like
Yeah.
that, and gave his State of the Union address. And all he did was compare himself to
To
Trump.
Trump.
He didn't talk about anything he's done for this country.
All he said is my candidate, or my whatever, my opposer, or whatever. Like, tell us what you're gonna do. Quit comparing it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry and this is like, I mean, I'm getting a little fired up over here, but like we listened to some of it in our government class. How about instead of making Roe versus Wade legal again, why don't you just wear protection? I mean, my God, it's not that hard. I mean,
Yeah.
get on birth control, something. Like, it's just, I don't agree with anything he says anymore because, like, he's an idiot.
And with that being said, I didn't like the Republican response to that. I think
didn't
that was a
either.
bad response.
you talking about from our Senator Katie Britt?
Yeah, Katie Britt. I don't,
Why? Like, she stooped down to the level Biden's at.
it wasn't logical.
You don't sit there and slander him. You sit there, say what he's done, say what you can do better. You don't sit there and just be like,
Yeah.
as an American, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, blah. Like, no.
Yeah.
On the whole thing with the Chinese stuff, it's crazy. I'm just scrolling through this app. Like, it's crazy. Like, you can just get on here.
Get it whatever you want.
I mean, you can just get all kinds of stuff on here, like, just cheap.
I mean, I've ordered off there, so I can't
I
say
have to.
anything. I
I
mean,
mean, why not?
Why not? Yeah, I mean, I can buy some for $2 on there. That if I buy the real deal, it's gonna be 100. Nah, I'm good. But I mean, I don't know. This world's just going to crap for real.
I mean, look, there's 10 pack of microfibers for like $1. That you go to a store, that's $4 or $5.
Yeah, I mean the way that with how everything is. I mean, our country. I mean, America. Like, and we had a debate about this in government or economics, one of the two. I'm sorry to say, America's not the greatest country in the world anymore. It's just not. At one point, back, I would say in the 60s, 70s, when the American dream was real, because that's not real anymore. Let's just be honest. The American dream now is you come into money and you invest that money and then you just let it. But not everybody has that.
Yeah.
When the American dream was like possible, like you could work a minimum wage job and afford to feed your family back then. Yeah. Now you work minimum wage. Like I've worked minimum wage. Yeah. I would have to work like 70 hours to provide.
I don't agree that you should be able to make a living off minimum wage because it doesn't drive people
to want to do more.
To want to do more. But with that being said, yes, it has gotten ridiculous.
Well, we need to find a happy medium.
The inflation has gotten ridiculous. My granddad worked at Ford and managed to own a house and raise a family on $5 an hour.
Yeah.
Ford Motor Company. I mean, it's ridiculous now.
I mean, now, I mean, you'd have to work a full day to go buy a fast food meal or something like that. For your family, that's just crazy.
Like Dawson was, I think he makes $56 at Food Outlet a day.
If he works an 8-hour shift.
Yeah. You take, say it's you, your wife, and 2 kids out to eat. Yeah. At like fast food. That's $40-$50.
Yeah. So there goes your whole check right there. From one day. That's before taxes as well, too.
Yeah. I mean, 2 people to go, and that's another thing. Going out to eat is expensive now, too.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
But also, groceries are so expensive at the same time. Like, there's not a cheaper alternative for real. Unless you shop at Aldi or something like that, and I don't trust half the stuff from there. So
it's just as expensive to cook something as it is to go pick up something. I mean,
and that's kind of what they're trying.
Unless you grow it, but
that's kind of what they're trying to do though. Is they're trying? I mean, because you can't tell me I think they put stuff on our food that causes us to get sick or have cancer because they don't want the overpopulation.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make fast food and groceries the same price because they're like, if we can get them to eat this crap. And it's going to kill them in the future. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just how it is.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I mean, it's not uncommon for my parents just to go pick up fast food and bring it home for everybody instead of cooking some because it's just as expensive.
It's more expensive, especially if you buy a grade A meat and vegetables not in a can. Because the only thing that's not processed is the stuff that's actually out. So produce that sits out is not processed as badly as it is in a can. Same thing with meat and everything. So you go buy a meat, a vegetable, and a bread. I mean, I know from my dad, because my dad, when I used to go out there on Wednesdays, used to cook. My dad, at one point, could get stuff for $70. Cook for 6 of us. Now, when he goes to Dollar General and gets a couple of things, it's $100. It's just crazy. Inflation is out of this world. What time is it?
155.
All right, yeah, we got probably about 5 more minutes talking before shutting
5 more
down.
minutes of rambling.
But we can get off that topic now unless y'all.
What are y'all gonna do for spring break? Y'all got anything planned?
Go work,
go
play
camp.
baseball.
Camp, go work, maybe.
I don't know. Finally, get some time to just chill. That's what I'm ready for. I mean, I have school, work, and baseball every day of the week. So
Can y'all believe that next month will be our seniors' last full month of school?
Yep, it's crazy.
It is.
We've got 2 months left.
And technically not even that because we'll get a bunch of days
30
out.
days?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The longer, it's really starting to set in with me now. Baseball, because, I mean, I've played baseball my whole life. I love it. I'm already 15 games deep or 14 games deep in my senior year. We've got another month left. From today, it's a month. And we can make playoffs. I'm not saying that. But if we don't make playoffs, our last game's April the 15th. And we've already had a month go by now for baseball. It's just flying.
Y'all said April 15th?
Yeah. Y'all probably are a little bit later than us, I would bet.
How many games are y'all going to play this year? Do you know?
Well, we've already had
sure.
Our for sure total was supposed to be 31.
Well, if we don't go to state, our last is April 15th and 16th.
Really? Yeah. Our last actual or like we had to cancel a few, so we'll probably end up playing about 25, 26, but we're supposed to play 31.
I see.
So we had to cancel last weekend because Madison County's field was too wet. So, but what are y'all's plans after graduation? What are y'all gonna do?
Like work was,
Yeah,
I think I'm just gonna join the FAME program through Schultz.
that's what a beer house does, ain't it?
Yeah.
Just gonna try to find an apprenticeship I jump into for machining.
So you want to do machining, like
That's-
you're all in
that's
on
what my
that?
stepbrother
I'm really
does.
set on it. Yeah.
He goes to Calhoun.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
They got like a big program up there.
I'm just gonna go to college, go major in finance, do something with that. It's easy. I'd say it's an easy major to, find a job with. So it's just crazy. It's flew by. I mean, I remember just yesterday, my first day in kindergarten. I still remember it to this day.
You remember
I remember
kindergarten?
Yeah.
I don't remember kindergarten.
I remember kindergarten.
I do too. I remember my first day, and then here I am about to graduate. It's crazy, So
Do you remember sitting in, I don't know if you heard this your freshman year, but I remember my freshman year getting here, and I cannot remember which teacher it was, but they were like,
it's gonna fly by.
this is going to fly by,
And
I
they
didn't
were-
believe them.
And I agree with that. Like it's flying by. Like I mean,
It is.
Every time we get on here, it's just like we're so much closer.
yeah. Like I don't know. I mean, we've got 3 more podcasts after this, and we're done.
It's crazy.
So, and the saddest part about it's you don't really stay close with any of the friends you make. You all
That
go
is
your
true.
separate ways.
This year has been a little bit weird. I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm not close with the people I used to be close with.
I
this
agree
year.
with that.
It's just different.
I don't know. It's the first year in my high school I haven't really had a group of people that I'm just
Yeah.
close with.
And I think that's probably the classes too, because you kind of followed the same people through high school.
Yeah.
Had classes with the same people, and this year it's all broke up.
I agree. My English class this year, because I usually take honors or whatever.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
always
did
with a
too.
bunch of my friends or whatever. But this year I didn't take honors, and I've got 2 people in my class that I'm friends with. So. But, well, if y'all are good, I think we're about to wrap this thing up.
I think so too.
All right, well, this is episode 5 of the Lunch Table. This is Jack
Chandler.
And Wiley.
signing off. We will see y'all next time.